Welcome to another podcast episode. I'm in my car today. I want to do more car videos with guests and friends because I feel like it's way more casual and like we can just chat and like just see where it goes. So today I've got Jacy in my car. Today we're going to be talking about like manipulation and kind of like narcissistic tendencies.
Yeah, and recognising when you're in a situation. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see when you're in it. So I don't know. Some of the warning signs, I guess.
Warning signs, yeah. And just like, I think experiences we've had with different types of people that relate under that umbrella, I guess. I'd say the biggest thing I've dealt with narcissism is gaslighting.
Oh my God.
And this is something that I didn't know. I didn't know what gaslighting was.
Yeah.
Because now I feel like you don't know.
I feel like you can't realise when you're actually like being... Well, no, I don't know. It depends how obvious it is or subtle it...
And it's a very careful topic here because... one, some people don't realise they're doing it, and two, like, it might not be gaslighting. Like, it's a fine line.
Yeah.
But for me, I think where I've clocked I've been gaslit quite a lot is where I've come to someone or spoken up about a topic where my feelings have been hurt and kind of somehow the conversations ended up in me apologising. And I'm like, how did I get to that point? And like, yes, you've got to like acknowledge when you've made like mistakes or said something wrong, but like, I've always found it weird.
The thing is, it's bad when that happens because then you're scared to bring something up
again
when it's valid.
Yeah.
Like, when it's valid what you're upset about. But now you're like, oh, I don't want to upset this person.
Yeah.
But they've upset you. Do you know what I mean? They just stop upsetting you, and then you would have to bring it up.
So it's like, yeah, I guess it's like when they make small comments over time, and you start to believe it, and they might not be true. I guess. So like with like the argument, say the thing I'm talking about is like. You could bring up something and they'll be like, you've taken it wrong. Like, that's how you feel. And, like, rather than taking accountability and, like, acknowledging you, it's, like, switched.
Or the worst, it's like, you're bringing up another problem.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you've done another problem. Like,
yeah, it could be, like, you always bring us up, you always cause problems, but you could be bringing up a very valid point or something that happens consistently and hasn't been solved.
And then you just feel like you're nagging, but really... it's invalid.
Literally. And I think my best piece of advice I've learned is just get away from that because you can't change it. Like, if you brought up a topic 2 or 3 times and you end up being the one that's, like, apologising or you're not getting the situation resolved, then that's fine. But, like, that's that person and they're not going to get you. So you walk away.
Exactly.
Rather than convince them why you're right and why they should feel bad for you.
Yeah, and...
because they don't.
Especially, like, okay... You know when I said like, oh, you're saying you always bring up problems and stuff.
Yeah.
Then you're scared that person's gonna walk away, but sometimes that's the better option. Yeah. Like, don't let them threaten you into saying, oh well, like I just don't want to be around you anymore. Like, fine then.
Yeah. No, because it will save you years of like hassle.
Literally, like you just have to start responding. I think the best way to respond to maybe I'm going a bit ahead of myself here, but just the word okay.
Yes.
Like, or just minimal words. But I feel like I'm jumping ahead here.
No, but you're right. My motto at the moment, say less, observe more.
And ask more questions.
Oh, yeah.
Because you get, trust me, you get a lot out. Like, those 3 things are going to save you from, like, manipulation, seriously.
No, because that brings me to, like, a similar point of, like, secrecy. And I think you can uncover a narcissist or someone with narcissistic tendencies.
Yeah, or someone that maybe just is manipulating you in general.
Yeah, but
like, it might not be that serious, but...
Yeah, you can uncover more about them quicker the more you ask questions about them. Because the one thing I've clocked is, like, they don't really...
They don't like to say too much.
Yeah, they keep it's secrecy.
It's so weird. They'll tell you what they want you to know, and they'll hide stuff from you. But it might not. But I feel like the stuff they would draw from you is to make you feel a type of way. If that makes sense.
It makes you
like.
Want to chase
it's not
them.
necessary that they hide this information. It's not necessary. Some of the stuff they hold back.
Yeah.
You're like, why wouldn't you just say that? Like,
I think what that is like, and this could be like they do it maliciously or like not intentionally. But it's
either
the
way,
same
you're
result.
like, the way they do it is so that you're like, oh, like, why haven't they told me that? Or what are they doing? Or where are they going? Or who are they with? Like,
it's the unknown makes you like somehow chase more, and they like that.
Don't fall for it. Just say, okay.
I find it hard to recognise one. I think I uncover them later on. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, and a lot of people are undercover.
Yeah.
They seem so perfect.
What's the word that you said the other day? Is it Cohort?
No, let me find... Covert!
That is scary, because that's someone...
It's the scariest.
I think that's someone that is quite narcissistic, but is hidden. They might not even realise it themselves. And, like, they come across as... And I've met multiple versions of this,
Many.
They win everyone over at first. But they seem like the nice person.
But, like, on purpose. Like, in a way, they kind of...
Yeah, like, they're trying to gain everyone's, like...
Approval and love
to be that person. And then eventually that will then break down. And then
it's not
it
even
comes
that.
out.
I think when you go deeper into it, and like we said, ask more questions, you realise...
Yeah, if you ask more questions, you start
the
to...
person that, like, I met, like, I don't know.
And, like, figure out their morals and, like, what they believe in and kind of, like, how they'd go about certain situations.
Yeah,
and you might realise,
like, those kind of things.
I'm not intertwining with this person very well.
Yeah. But sometimes, like, you don't realise, like, because they're so good at it, it's so subtle, and that's how you get wrapped up in it.
I think another thing for recognising one is, as we said earlier, the small comments. So this is something I think, like, in maybe more so in a friendship and relationship, I can speak more in the sense of friendship, I think, of, like, when someone starts to say, like, don't listen to that, or, like, don't wear that, but they don't say it directly like that. They'll be like, for example, if I just, like, randomly put a song on now and you were one of these people, you'd start to, like, criticise the song or start maybe making fun of my music taste, or, like, that singer or whatever it is.
Except that
and if you if you, like, value this person, like, over time, the more they do those little comments, you're gonna think, oh, okay, like, I won't play that in the car anymore because I want them to have a good time like me. And then you start to change yourself. And, like,
exactly,
only because this person over time has kind of degraded
you. Yeah, but you don't even realise, like, it's just subtle comments. It might seem like a joke. It might seem like...
They might not even realise that they're doing it.
And, like, you're kind of, oh, it's just their opinion, but, like, it's little things over and over and over.
And then I think like, where I've seen this with my friends more so is in a relationship where it's more, like, control element. Like, oh, like, that outfit's not as nice as your other ones. Or, like, do you know what I mean? Or,
and, like, the other outfit will be, like
very modest compared to, like, what you were going to wear, or something that they would prefer. It doesn't, do you know what, it doesn't even have to be modesty, it can be a style. So, like, I think one thing I've clocked is, like, oh, like you should wear more of this style.
Yeah, and maybe because they want you...
Because they've pictured you in a certain way.
my head, like, I don't know, like, I'm not going to call myself a doctor, I'm not going to call myself any of this, but I think in my head, like, these people with, like, these narcissistic tendencies, I don't want to diagnose anyone or anything, but I think when they get into relationships, this is just my opinion, so please don't take this as, like, but this is what I've observed. I think when they get into relationships, it's less about who the person is and, like, what the person's about, and more about how the person makes them look. Yeah. Rather, they're not dating someone because this person's going to help them be better, or they want to help this person. You know what I mean? They don't want to add to it. They just care about how this person they're with is going to make them look. So yes, they're going to try and change you up and make you into someone that into someone that want. Yeah, because you might have one aspect of what they want, like maybe your looks, maybe I don't know. You might have one aspect as the person they desire, but some of your other ones aren't exactly what they desire. So what they're going to do, they're going to try and break you down and morph you into that person. Yeah. And I've seen that so much, and it worries me, and I hate seeing it when I go to my friends. I think,
also to kind of not back them, but, like, I think, like, my advice to those types of people, if you're realising that you're trying to morph your partner or change him, is that's just not the person for you, and that it's not love. Fine. Like, accept it, because I think we have a bad habit of, as I said in my other podcast, meeting someone and wanting the jigsaw, like, puzzle to fit. Like, we want it to fit, and I think it is horrible to expect someone to change.
Yeah, exactly. It's not fair.
Be changed, like, be on both ends of it.
I think if you truly love a person, then you should love who they are. You should not get with them and change who they are. Like, with me, I want to find someone that I love them for exactly who they are and who they really are. I don't want them to have to feel have to change themselves around me, and that goes to my friends, my family, my partner. Like, I just want everyone to feel comfortable even being who they are.
Like, I know love doesn't come like that, but even, like, if you're in the process of, like, meeting someone or whatever, like, you should want to you should want to learn to love them, and, like, eventually you'll get to that point if they're the right person. But yeah, if you're already, like, early days in and you're trying to, like, change them, or you're on the end where, like, this person's trying to change you, you need to think, well, I'm not what they want, and that's fine. Like, don't take it personally.
Don't take it personally, because it does really hurt, and that's when you want to, like, that's the reason I wish, like, there was an easy way to, like, recognise this before you get into something, because sometimes you get into it and you're so, like, your head's so, like, you're like, oh no, and you're scared of losing this person, so obviously you're going to want to change.
Yeah, so then you start changing.
And I've done it. Like, I'm not going to pretend that I'm different.
No, I've done it with friendships, relationships.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like
every
anything.
kind of relationship I come across, I'm talking family, friends, relationships. I've done it, and it's that's why I feel like it's so important to try and be secure in yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you know yourself so well, you know when someone's trying to change you, because you know when you're not yourself. Do you know what I mean?
But you can fall a little bit. Like you can be really secure and like start to fall into it. So this is like my reminder to everyone, like,
please
any
make
situation you're in right now, are you 100% being yourself? Is anyone trying to change you, or are you trying to change someone else?
Yeah.
Because if you are, you don't have to think, oh my god, I'm the villain, like I'm a horrible person.
You don't
just
realise.
as long as you're self-aware and you know you're doing it and you're stopping it and you let go of this person and think, okay, then I'm fine for that. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that is like the beginning of it, is the comments. Later on, when you're with someone or in a friend and you're in like a closer type of relationship, I think the secrecy then comes in. So for example, like if you don't match what they want and they've tried to mold you and it's not really working,
now they're going to break you down.
Now they're either going to break you down or just hide you from the world because you don't fit their like image and what they want.
The thing is, someone that's like a manipulator or like has narcissistic tendencies, I feel like they themselves, they have something broken within them.
Oh yeah.
So if you aren't gonna be on their level, they're going to break you down to their level, or they're going to break you down even lower if they're good at it.
Yeah.
They're going to make you even lower than them to make them feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
Because what they already have is insecurity. Yeah. That's why they treat you this way.
Yeah.
So it's like they are, if you're not gonna come down by yourself, by their morphing, by their, now they're gonna break you down and they're gonna make you insecure and they're gonna make you lower than them. So you depend on them.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they'll just, like, if you're not fitting their image type thing, or like their expectation of like what they want as like their partner, their best friend, whatever, then they just tend to like either make you feel bad for who you are, or just completely hide you and just make you feel like shit, and like you won't be invited out with them anywhere. Like if it's like people that they like care about and like value like their opinion, like you will not be there. You won't be invited. You won't be posted. You won't be like, you can tell like when there's like friends, especially you're taking selfies, but like you can just tell when someone doesn't want to be seen with you because you're not morphing into like their like pet. Do you know what I mean? And I think this happens a lot in like when we were younger with girls, like
oh my god,
like the mean girl type thing. Like it's like they want their little pets, so they try and morph them, and then when like one is out of line, it's like you either get cut off or like they'll just degrade you and make fun of you for anything else you like.
The joke of the friendship group.
Yeah, and this is why I'm saying like it can happen in friendships, not just relationships. So like be aware with it.
Yeah, so there's secrecy in that aspect.
Yeah,
there's also secrecy in the fact that they will, like we said before, like they're going to give you a bit of information.
Yeah, it's really
like,
weird.
They're very secretive. It's like they don't want you to know anything about their lives.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But in some aspects, they're so not secretive. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it can be as simple as so like weird. It could be as simple as like oh like where are you going? Oh, just out. Or like don't worry about it. Or like I'm just doing.
Oh, what did you do today?
Stuff.
Like.
And it's like, or like, who going with? And they don't really like. There's like, and it's probably like they're like it could be something so simple like they'll literally just pop into the shop. But like, what is it with the secrecy? Like, it's keeping you at arm's length.
That's it. That's it. It's keeping you running.
Yeah, and
that's it. Like it's keeping you like.
Again, if you like someone, you end up chasing that and being like, but I want to know, why won't they tell me?
And it's then, like, it makes you feel insecure, I think.
And then you start to like lose trust.
What are they doing? Like, and then you're like,
well,
you're
where
trying
are they? Like, why won't they tell me?
Like, who cares? Honestly, if they didn't tell you, probably not doing anything much. They probably haven't done anything.
Well, yeah,
but like,
yeah, no, literally,
they probably haven't done anything.
They're just sat at home.
They've probably been sat at home all day.
But it's just like, there's no need for secrecy. I think like 100% what I say is be 100% transparent with everyone, because it's easier to get through life. If you like someone, say it. If you don't, say it. Because it's just easier and it cuts the bullshit. I think it's a bit of ego. Like, oh my gosh. So I saw this quote. I'm gonna get it up, okay, because this links perfectly. So I saw this quote and it says, I was chasing after someone who was running away from me but turning around to see if I was still following. And that is, my ladies and gentlemen,
that explains it so well. Like,
it is 100% an ego thing, because
that's it.
That it literally says you can like a person and chase after them, and they actually have like in their head realised they don't like you, but they like the fact that you're chasing them, and they'll keep you going with that.
Believe me, someone like this never wants you. They want you to want them. They want, and you that's why they keep you. They will tell you all these things and then take it away in a second.
Yeah,
because that is going to keep you coming back. Don't trust it. It's hard to hear, but they never have wanted you. They never have. They never will.
Or,
this is all for their ego.
Or my personal view on it is, at a time they might.
Yeah,
and again,
maybe
as we
before,
say with the morphing, like if you're not morphing and
that's it.
You become very self-aware and very independent, and you know your boundaries, and then they realize, fuck, I can't morph this person. Like that's kind of the game.
The morphing thing, like that's, if they wanted you to be another person, they never truly wanted you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fucking hell, yes.
So they never truly wanted who you are, and you shouldn't want to be around someone that doesn't want you for you, because it's going to break you down and you're going to not like yourself.
You're right.
Like, what was that quote that's like, oh, you weren't like, you were never ugly, you were just in the wrong place. Like, it's kind of like, but I can't really explain it. Like, if you're surrounded by people that don't like your personality, it doesn't mean that you don't have a good one. It just means you're around the wrong people.
No,
and it will
true.
break you down and make you think there's something wrong with you, but there's not. And this person will never truly want you. And the only way they could want you is if you change who you are, but then you're not really you anymore.
Yeah, and I think that
why would you want
that can happen if you've been with someone for a long period of time. But again, it's unconditional love, which should mean like no matter what.
It's not really unconditional.
And I think we've had a lot of conversations about this. I think unconditional love is so rare. Like we see love like here and there, but that is not unconditional love.
Yeah.
Like unconditional love is like, even if you weren't with them, even if you never saw them again, you would still 100% love that person.
I really think that I've luckily had that experience in my life.
That's good, because I think it's very rare. Like, there's so many of us out there that will think like, we loved someone, and maybe you did love someone, but not unconditionally.
I don't think it's you're able to recognise it unless you've had it.
Or like you
really
could
hard.
unconditionally love someone for a period of time, which is more obsession and like a temporary feeling. But I'm saying when you unconditionally love someone,
it's not temporary. Like,
even when you die, you're still.
I mean, the easiest way to think about it is like sometimes we only think of love and relationships. For me, just in my opinion, love is universal. It's the same with everything, but the relationship itself is different. So the love that I have for my sister is so unconditional, like so unconditional.
Yeah.
It's the same love that I've had in a relationship before, and even though the context of that love is different, the love's still the same. So if you want to think what love is, do you love this person like you love like a sibling unconditionally?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like for me, like I will love Jacy. Yeah. No matter if we never speak again, I will still be like, that girl I love. Exactly. Love.
Obviously, this is a friendship kind of relationship, but like if I said to Maisie, I love you, and she didn't say it back, I would still feel that love, because
that's important.
Unconditional love, you don't expect it back. If it's true love, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah,
because
so
you still love this person. Like if I said to you, Maisie, I love you, and you said I didn't, I said okay, but I love you.
Like they'll think about this. Who in your life can you say I love you to, and if they didn't say it back, like would that hurt you, or would you be fine with it?
Or would you still be content with the fact that you love them?
I think apart from you, because I think you genuinely have had it, but anyone else, I don't think anyone else has that love where it's like, even me, like if there's some people I say I love you to, like if there's people, no, but even like there's some friends where like you say I love you, if they don't say it back, it can hurt, and then that you realise can be like a bit of a ego thing.
Yeah, you realise a lot of love is ego.
Yeah, and like if they love you.
Yeah, if they love you, you love them on the condition that they love you. That's not unconditional. Even though you think I love them, like I'll do anything for them, I'll die for them, that is still under the condition that they love you. Even if they don't even talk to you, it'll be under the condition that they are just there, and that's it. Like just the fact that you can call them yours, that's it. Like, so sometimes you really have to think it's unconditional, but really the condition is that you're getting something back, even just the comfort of just being able to say I have a man, or like I have someone.
Because even when you figure out that person doesn't love you, like regardless, or falls out of love, if you're like really hurt by that, then like you don't love that person unconditionally, and that's fine. Like it's fine. Don't take it personally though. Just realize it was an experience of love, but not unconditional.
And it still is a lot of care, but I think the problem is a lot of it is like, and you don't even realize it, and it's okay because we've all been here, but like a lot of it is just selfish love. Like you just want that love back.
Growing up as well, like when we're young, we crave a lot of attention, especially if you come from like a broken upbringing, or like where you've not had the love from family.
It's not
You're obviously gonna crave it from like relationships or friends, and when you don't get it back, like it definitely hurts. So that's why you have to work on self-love. And then it shouldn't matter, and then when you do meet the person you unconditionally love, it's so obvious.
Yes. And I saw like a man talking about this, about love, and he was like, a lot of the things we think of love is just wanting love, and he was like, you can't want something that you only want something that you don't have.
Yeah.
So if you do have that love for yourself, you therefore will have the capacity to give that unconditional love, because you don't need it.
You don't need anything in return. Yeah.
You don't need it if you've
already got it.
That's really hard to obtain. I don't have unconditional self-love, unfortunately.
Yeah, not unconditional.
I don't know, to be honest. I think
we're
I feel
there.
like right now,
I'd say
I feel like
no.
right
I'm not going to
now,
say it in case I just have a bit of a breakdown.
Yeah, maybe.
But
yeah.
as of like
I'm
today,
quite content,
I could say
yeah, because I can't speak for myself tomorrow or in a month.
Yeah, we could talk about this all day long. Also, line has changed. Ignore that. I'm getting to grips with the setup. But yeah, so I'd say my biggest thing is say less and just sit back. And I think don't play this chasing game, because that's the whole point. The quote I said of them looking back to see if you're still following will tell you that they don't actually want you. They want the chase.
Yeah.
So the day you just go, I'm not chasing anymore, is the day you'll find out if they actually want you or not. And if they're like kind of offended,
or
but
even
they don't care.
Not even if they're offended, if they come running back.
Well, yeah, if they start, if they start coming back and being like a bit like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, they might not even say that. They might even just put the flirt on again, even though they were just being mean and secretive to you the day before.
Yeah, that is manipulation.
That means they're
again.
scared that they've like lost their grasp on you.
Yeah, it's a control thing. It's like, I've lost my control on this person. Panic.
Yeah.
And
it's
you need to be
ego.
able. Yeah, you need to be able to
saying
clock
less
that.
is going to be like painful to their ego, because they'll be like, why don't they want me anymore?
Yeah,
like,
and then you're
why
like,
aren't they chasing me?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, the day, please, if you take, why am I looking at my phone? I just realised the comments up there.
It's fine, God.
Anyways, please, the moment that someone starts being like that, like you notice they start being off, please, for the love of God, just step back even further.
Just take a step back, because if a person really wanted you, they would never be playing this chasing game.
And even maybe there's something going on, but a mature person would communicate that to you. You know what I mean? They wouldn't just suddenly switch up and be like, like just start being rude to you. No, a mature person will communicate, even if it's like, look, I've lost feelings. They would communicate that. They wouldn't be mean to you for no reason. So please, just step back even further and let them have the space that they clearly want. If they start running back after that, you know it's a game they're playing, and it's a game just to feed their ego.
And I think if they can't communicate that, then you don't want that person anymore, because they're not ready for a relationship.
Yeah, and that's
fine.
And like,
that's
that doesn't make them evil.
It's not personal. It is them.
Yeah, that doesn't make them evil or anything.
But yeah, I think so there's that. They'll like either come back a bit and be a bit offended.
Yeah.
Or it switches
really
blame game and just become so angry at you. And again, this way you have to be careful not to fall into the whole manipulation and like thing, and then you end up apologising. No.
Oh, can I quickly say something before we move on from that? Don't think because they've run back that they want you.
Yes.
Don't think they've realised. You know when people say, oh, they're going to realise you're one. No, they have not realised. Their ego is in pain, so they're just coming back just to reassure themselves that they are still on top, but they're not.
They're testing to see if you'll still run after them.
Yeah. So don't think
do
like
that.
don't let someone tell you, oh, like they've just realised like oh, like, do you know what I mean? They've just realised you're the one. No. If they've been playing these games, then they really just come back just to feed their ego again.
Yeah, exactly. And
they'll keep doing it. And it's going to break you down unless you just step back.
Yeah, 100%. And then, like, I think you've got to make sure that, like, when it does come to, like, the end of the friendship or relationship or whatever, if, like, you have taken that step back and you've done well, the final test is to see if you'll go back or not based on their reaction. If they then start also getting angry at you, and then I don't want anyone to turn around and then end up apologising for just stepping back and like setting boundaries and being like, I don't deserve this game, so I'm taking a step back. That is so good and that's valid. So if anyone turns around and is like angry at you for that, then again, this is this whole manipulation tactic game, and just get away from it, because like I'm telling you, you just want peace. I don't want stop, start, any of
this. At this age, at least. Like,
so like...
just make it nice and simple.
Anything is causing you stop, and it's not effortless. Like, what's the word? Effortless? Is that the word?
Yeah.
Effortless. Then it's not worth it. And just take a whole step back.
I mean, to be fair, in all fairness, some of this could be a response to just being too scared. Like, you know, like they could be scared that like you don't want them the same way, but that again is a sign of insecurity.
And again, because like you shouldn't be in a relationship.
They shouldn't be in a relationship because maybe they're scared that you won't want them the same way, but it's like you not wanting them shouldn't be a reflection on them. Like, they shouldn't take that so personally, and that kind of does show again a sign of insecurity a bit. And like, a lot of people that have deep insecurities are probably going to portray the same symptoms that we did before, because they want to break you down. They don't want someone that's like real confident and stuff.
And I promise you, like, when you do get away, especially from ones that have really like put you down or anything, like, you'll get your personality back and you will be fine. Like, life moves on. Like, honestly, it's not the end of the world.
Will keep spinning. Please don't think that this person is the only person in the world, because a lot of them will tell you that. A lot of them will it's true though. Like, I've heard this so much. Like the stories I've heard, like, people will come to me and be like, well, like, you would say, like, I'd never get someone get, like, you will. Don't let someone trick you into thinking they're the only, because they're gonna set they're gonna set this as the tone for it. They're gonna say, oh, I'm the best friend you'll ever have, I'm the best boyfriend you'll ever have, I'm the best girlfriend you're ever gonna get. No, it's not true.
There is
It's not true. Please. I really think that you'll find someone better than someone that's just going to manipulate you, can't communicate, and be secretive. I really don't think that you want another one like
Jacy.
that. Like, I really think you'll be okay. Please. I really think you'll be okay. So don't let them tell you that. It doesn't matter what they do. Like, they can buy you flowers. Someone's going to buy you flowers. Like, please. I'm begging you, don't fall for it.
Someone will buy you flowers and not make you feel like shit.
You should be more focused on who's going to make you feel good.
And don't rush, like, especially if you're, like, our age, like, chill out. Like, we're so young. Like, stop rushing it and be like, the first person that buys you flowers, this is mine.
Like, what?
Like, just wait. Just wait until someone doesn't, like, tick all the boxes, but ticks the boxes that you need. Do you know what I mean? People that can offer you something that you are after, not just like generic stuff that's nice. Like, that doesn't mean anything if the day that you need something and they don't give it, that none of it's worth it.
And before we end this off, just notice things about this person. Like we said, observe more, please. So we said say less and observe more.
Sit back.
Notice how they talk about other people. Notice how they talk when you bring up other good qualities about other people. Like, do they make it into a bad thing? Notice how, like, what they're into. Notice how much, like, drama and stuff they're into. Like, notice these kind of things and write them down. Because it will stop you from going back.
Like, the reason I think you should write things down is because, as I spoke about before, like, when you romanticize someone, you put someone on the pedestal, sometimes you can forget these things, and like, you'll do so well healing and everything and be like, okay, I've pointed out X, Y, Z, and then especially if it's this covert narcissist, they have a very easy way of coming back
drawing
as the
you
good
back in.
guy, girl, whatever, and drawing you back in, and then it's so easy to forget all the things you pointed out. So if you write them down, then you can remind yourself, go back to physical evidence of why this person is manipulating you or sucking you into a game and a cycle that is just not worth living.
That's literally it. So observe. When you say less, please observe more. Like, please be careful.
And don't rile up to it. Don't, like, start getting, like, especially the secrecy thing, don't be like, why are you doing this? And take it personally, or like have a go at them.
Say less.
The more you say, the more they can turn against
you.
The
worst thing you can say to someone with an ego like that is okay. It really is.
They don't care.
Even if they tell you, I don't want to be with you no more because you're not doing this, you're not okay.
And just walk away.
No, okay, thank you.
And
thank
it's
you
easy.
for letting me know. Okay, like, honestly, that word is so powerful, and it's so true, because it's gonna be okay. No matter what they say, you're gonna be okay. So just say okay. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I think that
ends it.
That's that.
Thank you for watching. So obviously, cast it up, I'm getting used to, because quality and stuff, we'll see what it looks like.
We did bring a ring light.
We did. However, I'm not wasting my car battery.
We don't really know where to put it.
We'll figure this out. I'll get better, but I just don't want it to be a setup. I just want it to be casual.
Chill.
And
we
just
get
my friends to. I'm driving.
No, I meant like a Starbucks. Like,
no, I do want to do a mukbang next time. But I just feel like, because I can get
waffles.
Yes, I can get more people on then, and they don't feel uncomfortable, and we can just chat and chill, and hopefully share some insight to whoever the hell is watching, please. So, thank you for watching.